Hello, my name is Claudia. Today I'll be presenting the analysis of the backend development for web applications. The four apps today are the button app, weight conversion app, catalog app, and inventory app.
The first app is the button app, which focuses mainly on the use of buttons. We have 4 different buttons that show 4 different animal images, and 6 different buttons that give the user 6 different background options. All of them are fully functional. We also have the reset button, which takes you back to the default user interface. In the code for the button app, we've only used one Java file, where we have the main activity class, the onCreate method, 4 buttons to change the animal image, 6 buttons to change the color of the background, and we have the reset button where we take the user back to the default user interface. We've also used 2 helper methods in this code, one for the animal buttons and one for the color buttons.
The second app is the weight conversion app, where any user can enter their desired weight. Choose their starting metric, choose their desired end metric, simply click convert and it will show right here. If they'd like, they can swap the metrics and click convert again, and that will give the converted value of the swapped metrics. If the user clicks clear, that will take the user interface to the default setting. Here in the code, we have the components imported from XML and initialized. An adapter was used to make the arrays functional. We've used one array for both the start and end metrics, as they are the same metrics. And then we've used setOnClickListener to make the buttons functional for all 3 buttons. A swap method was used for swapping the units, a clear method for clearing, and a convert for the conversion. Each of the conversions are done with if and else statements. So we start with the desired start metric, and it gives the formula for each outcome of the end metrics. And that has been reiterated for each start metric. The third app is the catalog app. I have decided to do my catalog on plants. Here we have 4 different plants presented, which can be scrolled through horizontally from left to right. We can also use the previous and the next button. I've also implemented 2 category buttons, which will take the user to the first plant of each category. Here we have succulents, where we have aloe vera and agave. And if we go to herbs, we have basil and lavender. There are also 4 image buttons that allow the user to go to whichever plant they desire by simply clicking the button. To implement this code, we have 3 Java files. The main activity, where we have initialized the UI elements as private. We've initialized a recycle viewer to show horizontally. The plant data, we've created an adapter for the array. We've made the code for the buttons with find view by ID, where we have the category buttons, the next and previous buttons. We also have the navigation buttons with images, and then the method for the data to go to plant.java, which is our next Java file. This includes the data that is to be put in the recycle viewer, where each plant has a title, an image resource, and a description, and this file gets those. The plant adapter is the adapter for the recycle viewer, where we have the code that allows the data in plant to be linked to the recycle viewer in main activity.java. Here we have the last app, the inventory app, which allows users to enter the name of an item. select the type of item, select the quantity, and they can add that item to the list, and it will show here in the list of items in the inventory. An ID will be automatically generated. This app contains 2 spinners, one area for text input here and another here for the ID when wanting to update or delete an item. So when we want to update or delete, we're going to have to enable the update, put in the item's ID, which is number 1, and we can update the quantity by selecting a new quantity. It will show a toast message here saying that quantity has been updated. And if we want to delete, we can simply put in the ID and click the delete. And another toast message will show that item has been deleted and there are no items in the inventory. The backend code for this app was developed in 2 Java files. The first is a main activity where we have the database helper object, the declared XML elements. Our database is created in the main activity Java. Then we have the spinners set up. In this case, we've made the arrays directly in the Java rather than in a separate XML file. And set adapter has been used for these spinners. We have the add button, where we also have the toast messages for if it is empty, they need to enter a name. And if the item is inserted, it says item inserted or insertion failed if not. And we have here the method to retrieve all inventory items in the database, view all. The method for the update button, where there's also toast messages if the user has not entered the item ID, if the quantity has been updated, or if the update has failed. And as well as the delete button method, where we have the same types of toast messages, where an ID needs to be entered, an item is either deleted or the deletion is failed. If we go to the second Java file, we have the SQLite code, which has been developed to allow the app to store data. As we've seen in the video, all 4 apps were successfully completed and tested. They are fully functional, although there are some improvements that could be made in the future. For example, the code in the button app was a bit repetitive, and there could be sound effects and animations added to the app as well. The weight conversion app could use a bit more creativity in the user interface, whereas the catalog app could benefit from having more plants added to the catalog for users to scroll through. Whereas the inventory app was very simple, it could have more added functionality to make it more useful for the users. Thank you very much. That was my presentation for today.